Good morning, students. Today is Monday, October 19th, and we get to start a new unit today. Woohoo! I hope you enjoyed your long weekend and you got to do some fun things, maybe not outside because it was kind of chilly, but that's actually in your warm-up for today. I'd like to hear what you did over the long weekend. So how it's going to work is very similar to what we did last unit with our fiction notes, which means this whole week we're going to spend on filling out our nonfiction notes for our new unit. And there is a digital version that I am sharing that you can fill out along with the video. And hybrid students will be able to fill this out in a paper copy as well. I'm going to quick show you what your screen looks like for today's work, what your language arts classwork is. I'm going to show you the digital version of the notes packet, and then we'll get going on the notes. So let me share my screen. Just share. All right. So move that out of the way. That's not what we want. All right. So this is what your classwork looks like for today. Ignore the other days. Today is Monday the 19th. You have your warm up. You have your video lesson, which you're watching. This is where your notes packet is located, and then you have an exit ticket. So you're going to go here, and you'll click on this. Each of you will have your own version shared with you, and you've seen these blue boxes before. This is a text box that you can fill in as you follow along with the notes. So as you can see, we have 4 pages of notes. Today we're doing introduction and main idea, and you'll see that there actually aren't any blue squares on these, so that helps you to know that you don't need to go past the first page at all today. All right. So we're going to do some notes and we're going to do an example, and then you are done with your nonfiction notes for today. We're only going to do main idea. So let's get started. All right. So we are now in our nonfiction notes, and I'm going to present. And here we go. All right. So now we're starting the elements of nonfiction. So just like we had for the elements of fiction, there are elements to nonfiction texts. All right. So what is nonfiction? Nonfiction is literature that is about facts, real people, places, and or events. Now, I kind of gave you a helping hand this time on your notes. Anything that is bolded means that is what you should be writing in the empty spot, okay? So the character, settings, and event must follow what is true, so you can't make it up. And the story cannot be manipulated or changed by the writer's imagination. If they are going to talk about a historical event, they have to talk about only the facts that they know for sure. They can't make up what people thought, said, or did. So we looked at this chart before of the types of literature. We have literature. We just did fiction. And then we are moving now on to nonfiction. So nonfiction. And there are some subgenres in that, like biography, informational, or a speech. There are a lot more, but those are 3 examples. And if you have taken a look at your exit ticket, which you might not have, I'll let you know that the answer to your exit ticket is on this page, the definition of nonfiction from your notes, and 1 example of a subgenre or a type of nonfiction. All right, so this is the genres, and these are our, oh, Mr. Will's head is in the way, subgenres. So that's your exit ticket for today. So the elements of nonfiction. For fiction, there were 6 elements of nonfiction. There are 3. So the elements of nonfiction are the essential building blocks that make up all nonfiction texts. Just like in elements of fiction, there were 6 things that had to be included in every fiction story. Well, elements of nonfiction, there are 3. And those are main idea, author's purpose, and text structure. Today, we are going to be talking about main idea. Remember, at any point in time, you can pause me because I'm going to go through this at a little bit of a faster pace. But if you need time to write things down, you should pause Ms. Doyle. You have this lovely video, write them down or type them into your doc and then come back to my video. So the first element of nonfiction we're going to talk about today is main idea. And main idea is the most important thing a paragraph or text says about a topic. And we're going to talk about this some more, but The main idea is not the topic. It's what the author is saying about a given topic, okay? So we're gonna have a lot of examples of this, but main idea is different than topic, and we're gonna talk about what it is. The primary thing is that a main idea is saying something about a topic. It's not just a topic like hockey. What are they saying about hockey? That hockey is a great sport that provides you with a really great way to exercise, and it's a lot of fun. That would be a main idea about the topic of hockey, for example. So main idea. We're going more in depth on this now. So like I said, it's different from a topic. A topic is just like a few keywords describing what a text is about. So like I said, hockey. And the main idea is actually going to be giving you more information. So we say it's like a one-sentence summary of the text or paragraph. And like I said, bold words are the things you should be writing down. So sometimes the main idea is stated outright, it's explicit, but sometimes you will need to make an inference, which is a conclusion based on background knowledge, stuff you already have in your head, and something that's in the text. An inference is where you go, I've taken hints from the text, and I know these things in my brain, and I'm going to put them together to make an educated guess. And all information in the paragraph needs to connect to the main idea. You don't want to have one example in your paragraph that doesn't really make sense with the main idea, what you're trying to say about a topic. That means supporting details are very important. And supporting details they are secondary ideas that clarify, make clear, or support the main idea. Hockey is an awesome sport because you get to work on it as a team, you get to spend time with friends, and you get great exercise. Those are supporting details to my main idea of why hockey is a great sport. Okay, how to find the main idea. Let's do some work with that. You have a list of steps. So just like in math class, it's like do this, then this, then this. Same for nonfiction in language arts class. Your first task is to read the whole text. Read it from beginning to end. Read the whole thing. It might be long and it might be short, but you need to read the whole thing first. Second step is to pay extra attention to the first and last sentence. The first and last sentence are the most important when it comes to main idea. What's in the middle is your supporting details. And then ask yourself, what point is the author trying to make? What are they trying to tell me? And then you're going to create a one-sentence summary stating the author's main point. But do not start your sentence with the main idea is, just state it. You don't need to say the main idea is that hockey is a great sport. The main idea is hockey is a great sport. And then ask yourself, does everything in this text relate back to the main idea statement? Remember, there's a lot to write down on this, so just pause me. And then when you're ready, you can move on. Okay. So main idea practice. As always, we're going to do a little bit of practice after we introduce an idea, and that's what we're doing right now. So, oh, Miss Doyle's face is in the way again. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were the first men to walk on the surface of the moon. Now you see I'm already doing step 1 here. I'm going to read the whole text. But they were not the last. That was Gene Cernan, the last man to step off the lunar surface. In total, there have been 12 men who have walked on the moon, all of whom had done so between 1969 and 1972, which is the most recent non-Michael Jackson moonwalking. A little bit of fun there. So what is our main idea? Remember, we're wanting to pay attention to the first and last sentence after we've read the whole text. The main idea is there have been many moonwalkers. So they were not the first men to walk on the surface of the moon, but they were not the last. And then it ends with there have been 12 men who have walked on the moon. So the main idea is there have been many moonwalkers. What are the supporting details? What additional points does the author include to clarify or make clear their main idea? 1, Armstrong and Aldrin were the first men on the moon. Cernan was the last man on the moon. And finally, in total, 12 men have walked on the moon. All 3 of those pieces support the main idea that there have been many moonwalkers, okay? So we're going to do some more practice with this later on this week. But in general, that is our main idea, and that is what you need to complete in your notes for today. And we will continue our notes tomorrow on something called author's purpose, which is why are they writing what they're writing? Okay, that's all we, yep, the extra row. So that's all we have for today. I'm going to stop my share. I just want to make a couple extra notes. One, I did go over your exit ticket in the video today. That was on the first slide, including the definition of nonfiction and an example of a subgenre, a type of nonfiction. And I got almost all of your short stories, and those have started to be graded, but that will be a little bit of time before I'm able to get those back to you. And we also, I wanted to congratulate you as a whole grade, because sixth grade did very, very well in their final fiction assessment. I was really impressed. So keep up the good work, and let's carry over that, you know, positive energy and that hard work into our new unit, nonfiction. I will see you either in school or online. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.